The first round of the 2026 World Superbike Championship is about to get underway. Welcome to Phillip Island as we get ready for Lights Out in 2026. Hello everybody, welcome out to the commentary box. We are just moments away from the formation lap beginning, 5 to be precise, and then we will be go for a whole new year. This is going to be very exciting. Nicola Bulega on pole position, Yari Montello alongside him, and then it's Sam and Alex Lowe's on row number 2. There's so much to look forward to. There's so much interest. Oh, we're about to get underway. Let's check in quickly though with TNT as we wait for the race to begin.
So it's not been an easy winter, has it, for the Aussie? But he grit his teeth in qualifying.
Yeah, he was actually quite pleased. Oh, and look
Tom
who else is here. He gets around,
he's not local, is he?
He gets around, Thomas.
Great to see Tom.
You know why he's here, don't you? He's shopping for a ride. He'll be back on the grid, I bet.
He's still got it, I bet. Oh, Tom, 2013 world champion. What's that, 13 years ago now this year?
13 years ago, that's scary. No, that's jokes aside, though. It's nice to see the grinner here, isn't it? And I certainly remember when I came into this paddock, he was always very welcoming, and really nice to see Tom here.
I wonder if he's brought some leathers.
Well, you never know, do you?
Well, there's a few riders out, weren't they? Obviously, with the Honda camp here, as you're looking at Ryan Vickers, because he's on the grid because of Somkat Chantra and Jake Dixon's injury that we were talking about earlier on in the show. It's not been the start to Honda's campaign that they wanted.
And it's not been the start to the campaign that this man Andrea Locatelli wanted either, because he's only the 3rd quickest of the Yamahas on the grid. Teammate Xavi Vierge is 9th, new teammate. Remy Gardner, despite the injuries you've just talked about, 14th. And Locatelli seems to have lost confidence so far on a track on which he usually excels down there in the middle of the grid. But get ready then for World Superbike 2026, season number 39. 24 riders on the entry list, 15 teams, 9 nationalities. And we are now, as the safety car pulls away, just 5 minutes away from the opening race of a brand new World Championship season. Can anybody beat Nicolo Bulega? Plenty want to do so.
Let's have a look at the lineup for 2026. We've got Sofa Gulu alongside Matteo Ratio. Alberto Sura is in there as well. Kawasaki brings in Garrett Gerloff. Tom McKenzie alongside Lorenzo Baltazari. Sam Lowe's runs in on the number 14. Stefano Menzi on the 62. Remy Gardner on the 87. That brings in Jake Dixon on the 96. Axel Bassani on the 47. Alex Lowe's then comes in on the 22. Yari Montello on the 5. Then Everard Bautista. Xavi Vierge. Andrea Locatelli. Miguel Oliveira. Aiki Lucanoa, Daniel Petrucci, and Nicolo Bulega at the front. We're all set then for a brand new year of the World Superbikes here at Phillip Island. The grid is set. Round 1 of the season is just moments away. Who will be victorious when these lights go out? There's a lot to look forward to for race number 1 of the year. ...2026 is upon us. Nicolo Bulega lines up on pole position. Alongside him is Yari Montello and Sam Lowe's. Then it's Alex Lowe's alongside Axel Bassani and Daniel Petrucci on row 2. Row 3 sees Lorenzo Baltazari, Garrett Gerloff and Xavi Vierge. Row 4, Alberto Sura, Tom McKenzie and Avio Bautista. Row 5 then sees Aiki Lucanoa, Remy Gardner and Andrea Locatelli. Row 6 sees Ryan Vickers, Tashuta Nakashima and Stefano Manzi. And on row number 7, it's Bahatin Sofagulu, Matteo Orazio and Miguel Oliveira, who failed to set a time during the qualifying run. He now starts at the back. The green flag falls, and 22 laps ahead of us here at Phillip Island. The formation lap begins as you head down towards turn number 1. As well, just looping it round, hoping that it sticks from you as you get into Dewan, then through the southern loop at turn 2, up towards the 3 at Stoner before you come into the 4 as well. Let's check in with our colleagues at TNT for a quick prediction.
Helmet plain one, because the ones that they're sponsored with hasn't actually brought it up to spec yet. So unfortunately they're having to run a black one for now, but I'm sure they'll be up to speed for Portugal the next time out. I thought it was a bit unusual that the FIM didn't give the helmet manufacturers enough time or enough heads up, should I say, to get that into place. But there we go.
And James, this Phillip Island Grand Prix circuit, 4.4 kilometres, 2.7 miles, anti-clockwise. Look at that. The Southern Ocean in the background and the Bass Straits, up past the Hayshed, up towards Lukey Heights, named after Len Lukey, a former owner of this circuit. They've been racing on the island here, one way or another, almost for 100 years. It started with the 100-mile road race in 1928. It's the 70th birthday of this venue, which started in 1956, and it doesn't get much better than Phillip Island, does it? Not just for the circuit, but for everything about the place.
I think every rider's kind of last breath on this earth. If they you got a choice, right? You're going up to you're going upstairs. Which track do you want that you're going to ride on every single day and absolutely love it? I would say 99.9% of the riders would say this place.
Everybody would say this place. That is the big deal as well. That is going to be the important part. There we go then, the Superbike's red flag at the front. So it's time to begin a brand new season of World Superbikes in 2026. You can see the red lights are ready to go here down towards the first corner. Who's going to lead off the line? Watch out as well for Nicolo Bulega. Green flag at the back. Bulega on pole position on the right-hand side. In the centre is Jai Montella. Then it's going to be Sam Lowe's. Red lights on. Action in Australia 2026 is underway. It's a great start from Nicolo Bulega as we predicted. Down towards the first corner. Can he have Yowie Montella alongside him down towards the first corner? Yes, he can. The two brothers go side by side. Alex is ahead of Sam. Sam's under pressure from Axel Bassani through Dunlop into the southern loop. All's looking so good so far as they hold on that inside line. It's a great start from Bulega. He did what he needed to do. Got the launch away down towards the first corner. Didn't let anybody else try and stop him as they come on the brakes now. Down into turn 4. The Miller hairpin as well. This is the real first stopping opportunity. It's got a long lap loop here as well. And anyone going to go for a look on the inside? Well, Gardner and Bautista having a bit of a battle there as well. Look on the inside. Garrett Gerloff trying to have a go on Daniel Petrucci and Avrio Bautista. That's over a 10th position at the moment. But a smooth start from the front. Nicolo Bulega leads the way from Yowie Montella. Alex Lowe, Sam Lowe's, Axel Bassani. And then, oh, look at Miguel Oliveira. He's already up into 17th position from starting at the back of the field. That's a mighty good run. A brilliant run so far then as they come down Lukey Heights into turn 10. On the inside, well, I think already Alex Lowe's wants to have a go at Yowie Montella. Now, the one thing that they can't do is let Nicolo Bulega get away from the front. That is always going to be the hardest possibility. Lorenzo Baltazari moves in 5th position as well. +1 at the line as well. Lap 1 complete of 2026 then in the World Superbike Championship. We've got a field full of action already. A side-by-side, Lorenzo Baltazari goes ahead of Axel Bassani. So that was over 5th position. Baltazari moves up ahead of Bassini. Chavi Vieja in 7th. Look at Nakashima up into 18th place as well. Great start from him as they try and continue on. Hopefully our rider tracker starts working soon as lap 1 complete. 22 in total. No jump starts, say race control as they come through into turn 4 once more. Bulega leading from Yowie Montella, Alex Lowe, Sam Lowe, Lorenzo Baldassari, Axel Bassani. coming through. Xavi Vierge, Alberto Sura, Gargolo, Daniel Petrucci in the top 10. Locatelli's just got ahead of Gardner as they come through Siberia. Up now through the second sector loop as well. Great stuff to see as well. So who made up the biggest place at the start? Oliveira up 4 places. Up 2 for Locatelli. 1 for, oh, little twitch there from Bassani. And Baltasarii as well, having a little bit of a moment downhill in towards turn 10 after Lukey Heights. And Baltasari's got a great move on the inside line. Bassani's in there. Baltasari's trying to have a go at Sam Lowe's. All the Bs getting involved, and I'm sure there'll be some swearing underneath the helmets as well. And out goes the 19. He's crashed at turn 11. Avio Bautista is out of the race. Well, I did see that there was a camera problem as well, as you can hear Greg saying in the background. So out goes Bautista. That's one champion already down. As look at this on the inside line already. That's Baltasarii making his way up past Sam Lowe's for 4th place on the inside line of the Southern Loop. Oh, and the yellow flags now at turn 11 and 12. That's the ultimate corner. Let's see how he did. This is out of Lukey Heights, down through 10. Now kicking in through 11 and 12 on the inside line. And he's just dropped it. As soon as the bike switches over from the right side to the left, he's dropped the front under acceleration. So that's how he's gone down. That is not very good, and that's very, very, very unfortunate. Yellow flag still circulating at turn 11 and 12. The 19 now not actively competing. Well, we saw that coming, unfortunately, as the racing continues on. 20 to go. There's Xavi Vierge. He's under bad pressure with Garrett Gerloff just behind him. And he's got Alberto Sura just ahead of him in 7th position. Over the hill, drops down again through turn 10. Are we going to have any sort of action? There's Sam Lowe's running now in 6th position. Lowe's really has lost off a lot. This is his replay. So what's happened to Sam Lowe's here? On the inside... Oh, and Lowe's having contact with Axel Bassani. Bassani putting his hand up to say, sorry, I came in too hot there on the inside at turn 4. But that really has not helped. Remy Gardner gets ahead of Tam McKenzie. We're 3 wide on the inside line, down in towards turn 1. As up the inside, Xavi Vierge makes a move. Sura's dropped back, and now back is on the inside. Lowe's is not going to give up at all. And now Garrett Gerloff's involved in this little mess. Oh, and Garrett Gerloff's trying to go around the outside of the Southern Loop. He's trying to get ahead of Vierge. It hasn't worked out. So that is amazing. He's going to look at Lucanoa. Ike Lucanoa slipped up the inside line of the 97. Down in towards turn 4 we come. Lowe still holding position of 6th position. Sura now up into 7th. Oh, and that's Lucanoa. And that was, is that Petrux as well, the BMW? Yes, it is. Petrux trying to go on the inside line and Garrett Gerloff at turn 4, having to sit the bike up as well. So Petrux in his first race with BMW, getting in the thick of it as well over the points paying positions inside the top 10. He's 11th as things stand as they come through. Back on power, back on action. This is absolutely fantastic. Montella, P2, moving up the order. Down the hill they come then, into the Lukey Heights once more. Now, this is the battle for 4th position as they turn in and put the power on. Tam McKenzie's in 13th place, so he's moved up ahead of Remy Gardner as well. 19 laps to go, plenty of action still to come. Baltasari's P3. And Xavi Vierge, P7. That's the latest manoeuvres as they come over the line once more. This is on board with Alex Lowe's, and this is how Baltasari's going to get through on the inside line, down towards turn 1 and 2, and on the inside, beautiful move. And this is why Phillip Island is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, motorcycle race on the planet. You have got side-by-side action. Bulega's only 1.4 seconds ahead of Yarin Montella. We were worried that all the action last year came mainly from Bulega versus Toprak, and there wasn't that much in the midfield. Coming into 2026, everybody has got their act together and shaping up because there's action left, right and centre. Right now, that's Alex Lowe's and Bassani trying to have a little bit of battle together. Baltasari's just ahead of them. Here's the replay then. This is down at turn 1. This is the 3 wide. So on the inside, Alex Lowe's gets a little twitch on the rear as he goes over the curb down into turn 1 and 2. And Lorenzo Baltasari is able to slip through on the inside. Very nicely done indeed. So 18 laps to go. We're watching now. Are the 2 Bit Motors going to do a little bit of battle over the top of Lukey Heights? The Bit Motor, KB998 Rimini. Down the hill they come then. Just holding that inside line. Alberto Sura is in 8th position. He's directly behind this little battle. Aiki Kanoa looks like he might have a little bit of an attack on him as well, coming out onto the start-finish straight. I don't know if they're going to be a little attack mode. Come on, over the hill, out of the last corner. Literally over the little crest. Sam Lowe's is very vulnerable. The front end of that bike is shaking away like crazy. Down into the braking zone, and this is Lowe's under attack now as Lucanoa has got ahead of Sura. Tom McKenzie's up into 12th position as well. He's got ahead of Andrea Locatelli, and Miguel Oliveira is up into 14th place then. A really, oh, hang on a minute. The 47's been told to drop 1 position. So that is Axel Pisani has been given to drop a position to presumably Xavi Vierge. So we'll keep an eye on how that works out. So that is now going to be the 47, dropping behind Vierge. We'll wait to see. He won't get that message just yet, though. He won't get it until he goes around onto the start-finish line once again, because they've gone past that sector point. So we'll keep an eye on the race control boards as they come through, but he's going to have a go here on Sam Lowe. So this might get a bit complicated here. If he's been told to drop behind Vierge and he passes Sam Lowe's, I don't know if that means he has to give 2 positions back or 1, because the computer's predicted it. There's Bautista just explaining how the front went down coming out of turn 10 and into 11 and 12. So it's on that crossover point, literally. Such an easy mistake to make. Not really even his fault, as well as the way that the camber goes in the tyre. Sometimes there's not enough temperature on the front and poof, down you go. Over the line now, watch for race control. The boards are out, but, well, unfortunately, that's not going to be helpful because Pisani is going through on the inside line and Sam Lowe's down towards turn number 1. He's made the move. And look at Miguel Oliveira, that BMW bike, proving why it's a World Championship bike. He's moved up 7 places, started last in 21st position, and he's now 14th, now 13th on the board. He's up 8 places from where he started. Plenty of action still to come. 16 laps to go then. This is lap 7 we're on now. We've completed 6 of the 22. Hopefully the driver tracker comes back soon. If not, we have our live timing data alongside us here with all the information on the racing actions. That's the one good thing about the World Superbikes, is that they give us all the information in 2 different blocks. Bulega leading from, it's an Italian 1-2-3 at the moment. Now this is the move on the inside line down to turn 1. This is the battle for 5th position. So that's Pisani passing Lowe's. But there was still that call to drop 1 position, and it hasn't been done yet. So we'll double check on that front. And no confirmation on our race control systems that the move has been completed. So we'll see if that becomes then a demand. As over we go once again. Nicolo Bulega leading comfortably to Yari Montella, Lorenzo Baltazari, Alex Lowe's and Axel Pisani. That's your top 5 as things stand with 15 laps to go. And Montella is now on the Barney Spark Racing team. It's still using a Ducati Panigale V4R, but Montella 2.3 behind Bulega. Bulega's taken off. But can Montella claw some gaps back? Can he claw the time back? We expected, of course, Bulega to be this dominant. Certainly here in Australia. He did the 3-peat last year, which was quite a exciting margin to keep across on. Look at the battle for 4th position. Alex Lowe's with Axel Pisani and Sam Lowe's in a bit of a kerfuffle. Lorenzo Baldassarri's moved up into 3rd place. The Italians are dominating this event so far. Oh, off goes the 13 at turn 4 on the asphalt, rejoined. That's Matteo Dacio on the Yamaha YZF-R1. He was running in, well, effective last position anyway, in 20th. So just another little issue for him, unfortunately, that came across. Bulega has just done a new fastest lap of the race. Look at that. With 15 to go, a 1:29.168. He's pulled out the lead to 2.888 seconds as things stand. As they come out now, that is an astounding lead. He is 0.6 of a second faster than Montel on that last lap time alone. As a lot of action down towards that first corner. There are the two BMWs. And that now is the 88 battling with the 9. That's Petrux going through on the inside line. For 12th position, getting back ahead of Miguel Oliveira. So the two BMW teammates scrapping over the 12th position. Petrux goes ahead. Oliveira still holding on for 13th place. Down we go once again. Oliveira to the outside, trying to loop it round. Petrux defends the inside, so, well, Oliveira's trying to have a look back through to ex-MotoGP riders, the pair of them, and really are sort of giving it the welly in their new BMW squad for 2026. Still, they're holding it together. They're holding everything. There is Nicolo Bulega. The gap 2.9 seconds now to Jari Montella. Super, super impressive. Then we get Baltari in third. Battle for fourth is on between Bassani, Alex Lowe's and Sam Lowe's. Then it's Lucano and Vieje, Garrett Gerloff and Alberto Sura. Then 11th back. It's quite a little gap between them all that they're all starting to close up. One board with Alex Lowe's now with 13 laps to go. Gets such a run on Bassani down towards the first corner. Over the Melbourne banner. And Sam's trying to look on the inside line, but I don't think Alex is going to attack his teammate down to that first corner. He knows the rules, but there are no such rules for Sam Lowe's. He's going to try and have the attack back as soon as he possibly can. He won't wait for it. He won't stop for it. He will just go for it. As he tries to look on the inside. And the two Lowe's brothers now going to make a little bit of a ding-dong down to turn 4. Lowe's, that's Sam on the inside line, and he's thinking about it. Alex goes in a bit too deep. Sam tries to get the undercut from him. Oh, the two Lincoln lads are really pushing it together now, aren't they, as well? That's unbelievable. 14th of September, 1990. As well for the pair of them, born in Lincoln, and they are pushing hard. This is the previous lap on turn 1. What are we seeing down here? That's Gerloff on the inside line. That's Bassani getting ahead of Alex. Good move in the first corner. 13 laps to go then. Alex Lowe's is in 5th position. Sam Lowe's is in 6th. Axel Bassani now leads it. It's an Italian 1, 2, 3, 4. How about that? What an insane run you're having between everyone right now. This circuit is just insane. As they'll try pushing it once more. Right, now, is Sam going to have a go on the inside of Alex down towards turn 1? No, he can't. He thought about a little run, but he can't get alongside him. In now to the southern loop. Well, there is Baltazari winning in 3rd position. Gerloff has got ahead of Alberto Sura. So Garrett Gerloff now moved to 9th position. The American rider looking very, very strong. Down now through Stoner at turn 3. Fast flick into the left, followed by a heavy braking zone at the Miller hairpin. A slow right-hand hairpin that loops back around towards Siberia. Are we going to have a look on the inside line this time? Alex is defending that line super, super tight. He doesn't want to get anybody up the inside of him. He knows how important it is to just ease down on the pressure and ease down on the throttle. Super duper stuff so far here in Australia. Looking further back, that's Petrux now in 13th position. Miguel Oliveira has got ahead of him, and this is how. Down towards turn 1. Oliveira slips through over the control line on the inside, down towards the first corner at Dewan. So there's the maneuver done for Miguel Oliveira. Nicely done, actually. Very tastily done with the move on the inside line. Phillip Island is delivering once more, just like it always does. Such an exciting race. Just trying to get the exit now. We're watching the BMW battle. Just ahead of them is Tarrant Mackenzie. Now, what a race Tarrant Mackenzie's doing, by the way. Last year, mainly towards the back of the field. This year, running up in 11th place. Should have had a go at Garrett Gerloff. Lost out a bit. So far, so good then. BMW right in a battle now to try and get Mackenzie for 11th. Sam's past Alex. Right, we just got that image on the inside line. Down at turn 4. Sam Lowe's is up now into 5th position. He's got ahead of Alex. World Feed not picking up. We've got a replay of it. And it was easy on the inside line to turn 1. Take a listen as he goes streaming through on the inside. One ball with Alex. And Sam on the right of you has the inside line down to turn 1. Nicely done. So, Sam ahead of Alex as he heard down through Lukey Heights on the brakes. Is Sam going to have a little attack? Sam with a pure black helmet this weekend. Easy to identify in that 14. Still a Ducati Panningal, but with the VDS sponsorship. Oh, Stefano Manzi has retired from the race. So that's the Yamaha on the YZF-R1. Not sure where he's gone off. Gerloff is ahead of Alberto Sura. So Gerloff's now up into 9th position, but hang on a minute, that might change actually, because Sura's back ahead of him and round the outside at turn 1. That becomes the inside line at turn 2 of the Southern Loop. They're still battling the 31 and the 67, and Gerloff's on the inside line, and Gerloff gets ahead. Gerloff gets ahead of Alberto Sura with a sweet move on the inside line. A terrific, terrific launch. That was absolutely fantastic. Mega, mega, mega move. So, Gerloff now P9, and they're still battling with the BMWs. Petrox throws up the inside line of Miguel Oliveira and makes sure to cover that line on the inside. So Oliveira cannot get back through. BMW having a little bit of inter-team battle rivalry now. As the 10 laps to go in this race. What a fantastic atmosphere this is. Race 1 in Australia is just giving us the absolute beans. Bring this season on. Bring it on. Petrox to have got the inside now as well on Talent McKenzie for 11th place. Not going to work out this time by. Down through Lukey Heights. There is Andrea Locatelli on the Yamaha for the Pata Maxus Yamaha squad. He's only in 14th position as things stand. Quite far away from the Italian domination at the front. They've got the top 4 places, and 3 of them are Ducati Panigale V4Rs as well. As now Gerloff, I think, got beaten out that time by Alberto Sura on the inside line down towards turn 1. Yes, he did. So Sura now up into 9th position. Gerloff in 10th. We're riding with Miguel Oliveira. He's trying to attack Talent McKenzie ahead of him for 11th position. He's trying to defend from his own teammate of Petrox just behind him in 13th position. And this is going to be quite the little battle to try and find the inside line. Light on the brakes. This is on board with Oliveira. Is Petrox going to look on the inside line? He's thinking about it on the inside to turn 4. Oliveira comes across nicely just to defend, and Petrox can't find a way through. Still single file at the moment on these fantastic WSBK bikes. The World Superbike Championship. Get in touch using the hashtag Australian World Superbike. WorldSBK. Down the hill, and that is Sam Lowe's trying to have a go on Axel Bassani for 4th position, but even Sam had a little bit of a moment there. Just a little wiggle as he comes through. Just continues to accelerate. What's that? 2/3 race distance completed as Oliveira now makes his way past Talent McKenzie. So Miguel Oliveira now moves into 11th place. 2/3 race distance complete, which means the red flag comes out now. The race will not be restarted. Full race distance will be awarded with full points. So now there's Sam Lowe's. He is faster and faster and faster compared to Bassani. And he's got a little twitch coming out of the southern loop. Now he'll try and have a go through at Stoner at turn 3. He'll be eyeing up a move on the inside line at turn 4. Down at the Miller hairpin. Nope, because, again, the 47 has just got that locked up nicely on the inside line. He can't get through. Sam's going to have to be more smarter. Bit quicker, bit smarter, bit more, like, oomph to him as well. Sliding around like crazy. And I believe also we've had the first race of the Australian Supercars Championship. So Australia is having a brilliant day for motorsport right now. Look at all the fans in attendance. They do love motorcycles at Phillip Island. I think the supercars were just lights out in Sydney for their first race. Hope everybody's enjoyed that. It's 5:23 AM here in the UK at the moment, and we're having plenty of action and plenty of fun. 7 to go now across that line. Bulega leads by 3.7 seconds. Yanni Montella is second. Lorenzo Baldassari third. Axel Bazzani fourth. Sam Lowe is fifth. Alex Lowe is in sixth. Aiki Lucanera seventh. Xavi Vierge eighth. Alberto Sur at ninth. Garrett Gerloff rounds up the top 10. Miguel Oliveira is 11th. Daniel Petrucci's just cleared Tarrant McKenzie for 12th place. And now Gerloff's trying to grow on the outside massively. Coming through turn 1 into the southern loop at turn 2. Can't get through. So he stays there. So that puts Tarrant McKenzie 13th. And Joe Locatelli's 14th. Remy Gardner on home soil 15th. Ryan Vickers 16th. Toshiki Nakashima is 17th. Bahattin Sonfagulu in 18th. Matteo Ratio is 19th. 2 retirements so far. That is Stefano Menzi and Alvaro Bautista. Meantime, Aiki Lucanoa is having a battle with Alex Lowe's as well. And Lucanoa is going to have a little run because Alex has got ahead of him right now as well. But I've got a feeling that Lucanoa is going to go through on the inside beautifully, coming up in towards Lukey Heights. That was brilliant at the exit of Siberia. Fabulous move there, and Lucanoa makes his way up into 6th position. Fabulous move. Really strong action now coming along this battle. You don't know where to look first, do you? What a sweet move. What a beautiful move. What a great move. Still pushing through now. They will not be stopped. 6 laps to go. Bulega leading by 4 seconds now. He can complete this race and then get another race distance in before everybody else. He's so far ahead. He's got so much more speed. It is a remarkable effort right now. Bulega by 4 seconds. Montella in second. Baltazzari having 3rd position. And now Bassani in 4th. This is a replay. Look at that move from the 7 as well of Aiki Lucanoa. Beautifully held on the inside. Oh, hang on a minute. What's happened here? Xavi Vierge has dropped down to 14th position. Yellow flag. Out goes the 97. At turns 4 and 5. That's at the Miller hairpin. And out of the race, crashed, is the 97. So Xavi Vierge has gone down, and that's a big one. That is a big one. The bike should be able to... I hope he's okay. He's sitting up with his back to the circuit, and now he'll... Oh, well, I don't know if this might have to be a red flag or not. Let's take a look, because I think he's gone off quite early. The graphic's in the way. Yeah, he's dropped an exit. That's a huge, huge accident. The bike has been completely destroyed. He skids off. The bike hits the gravel, rotates up and smashes around. The gravel, though, does collect him a little bit. I would say, hopefully, he's okay, just a little bit winded. No sign of the red flag right now. They're not in that sector, I don't think, so... we should be okay to continue the race, and he's up and walking away, which is the best news possible. Yellow flag's out at the moment then through that sector. So he's come out the exit of Stoner, and the bike's got loose from underneath him. It's dropped down. He's gone off, and the bike hits the gravel, barrel rolls in the air, and smashes down on the ground. He, on the other hand, just catches the side of the gravel, but remains not flipped over, so he is good. And he's up and walking away after just checking himself, which is great news. Oh, there's gravel all over the racetrack. That might be a red flag situation. There's gravel all over the braking zone now, and that's going to be in positions as they're coming through under braking, and they're not going to like that. That's right in... oh, and that's caught Garrett Gerloff off. It's caught Garrett off. So that gravel on the circuit has caught out Garrett Gerloff under braking, and it's cost him 3 places. Sura, Oliveira and Petros go through. Now surely this is now going to have to be a red flag, because that gravel is right in the braking zone and right in the turning angle for the Miller hairpin. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a few riders put their hands up and say to race control, look, that's got to be stopped. So, I know it's only one part of the circuit, but it doesn't matter. That's caught Garrett out completely. That's so unfair. But it has brought gravel onto the track. It is a safety hazard. We red flag for Wallabies. We should red flag for track safety. Bulega leading by 4.4 seconds now with 4 laps to go. Nakashima gets ahead of Remy Gardner. Over the line. And now watch out now for Alberto Sura to try and hold back to Miguel Oliveira down to turn one. He can't. Oliveira's through. The BMW is way more powerful. Ryan Vickers now gets ahead of Remy Gardner. And here comes Garrett Gerloff back through. Gerloff gets ahead of Petrux, and he can't get ahead of Alberto Sura still. Sura's blocking him off every which way. It's like the race hasn't even begun again for them. Super duper stuff between them all. 4 laps to go here. Now through the braking zone. Have the marshals been able to get out there and put some gravel gone? I don't know, but Oliveira went very, very deep at that point. We were on drone cam there, so we didn't have the 4K angle that we were looking for. Hopefully the marshals have swept it out. The 97 has gone to the medical centre. That's Xavi Vierge, who's going to go check himself out, not surprisingly. Lap 19 coming up then. About to start 3 to go here in Australia for round 1 and race 1 of the season. Yeah, so again, 97 to the medical centre, so his airbag detection system. They want to check him out after that one. Any crash at Phillip Island usually is a large one, so you want to get checked out. Better safe than sorry. Back on the path, 3 to go. Bulega leading at the moment by quite a margin. That's 4.532. Montella, 1.8 seconds to him, and Lorenzo Baldassarri. It is a Ducati Panigale V4R 1, 2, 3. It's an Italian 1, 2, 3, 4. Before Sam Lowes comes in 5th position. What a run from Miguel Oliveira, can we just point out from the back of the grid. He's up into 8th place. Imagine if he did a good, better qualifying. That BMW and Oliveira definitely has the pace to attack Nicolo Bulega this season. So Oliveira is definitely going to be one to watch this year. That is an outstanding return at a circuit which is very, very, very fast. So overtaking is you only have 2 zones, as we've seen. Baldassarri and Bazzani are closing in. What's the gap? 0.7 of a second? Yeah, it should be okay. Baldassarri to hold on for 3rd place. Another cracking strategy from them this weekend as well. It's just closing in more and more. Last 3 laps then. Down on the brakes. Have you got any more slipstreams underneath you? It'll be 2 to go at the line. Cautiously, wildly accelerating out of the last 2 corners, 10, 11 and 12. Over the line it will come. Bulega leading. The gap now is 4.5 seconds. As Baldassarri is getting wheeled on by his team. What a fantastic race this is being for him in the 34. Garrett Gerloff gets ahead of Alberto Sura for 9th position. That was a move we were waiting for earlier on in the race. So that's a good news story at least. Just trying to have a look at Baldassarri. It is 37th start for Lorenzo Baldassarri in this championship. 37th overall. And this could be his first podium if he can just hold off to Axel Bassani. The gravel is still there down to turn 4, but it's moved off of the racing line, so it should be just about acceptable as the racing continues. 2 laps to go here. Baldassarri holding off Bassini. They're quite close now. The gap 0.3 of a second. I do beg pardon myself. It's closing in dramatically as the racing gods determine who's going to be on the podium here. The race winner seems determined for Nicolo Bulega. So Baldassarri is going to just have to hold on for 1 more lap here at Australia for a first career podium. Axel Bassani there on the pit mode to the 47. He too trying out there super duper hard for his 7th podium of his career. But coming through, it looks like, and Alberto Sura's got back ahead of Garrett Gerloff. Baldassarri needs to hold on down towards turn 1. This is the last lap call. There is the 5 of Yanni Montella. Daniel Petrucci's got ahead of Garrett Gerloff as well. Now for Yanni Montella, it's going to be his first podium as well in World Superbikes. I'm just trying to have a look at Nicolo Bulega. It'll be his 21st career victory, and it'll be his 4th in a row here in Australia. Yeah, 4 in a row. That's going to be unbelievable. So we're on course for 2 first podiums with Montella and Baldassarri, but can he hold off from Axel Bassani? Down into turn 4. Holds off nicely. So Bassani can't get through here. Bulega is in the last sectors now. He's closing in on race victory here in Australia. Down we come then. Nothing coming through Siberia. Up towards now, Lukey Heights. Turn 10 is MG. Is he going to have a little look on the inside line? Up through Lukey Heights, down in the braking zone. This is the opportunity that Bassani's looking. No, he's not going to get it this time. Nicolai Bulega, though, is going to come out of the last corner. He's 4 seconds ahead of everybody else. What an absolute domination. It'll be 4 in a row for Bulega. Over the line, Nicolai Bulega takes the checkered flag and wins race 1 of 2026 in dominating fashion. Montella gets his first podium, and so does Baldassarri! Lorenzo Baldassarri gets his and the team's first podium in World Superbikes. Absolutely fantastic. XL Bassani is in 4th. It is an Italian 1, 2, 3 and 4 here in Australia. It's a Ducati 1, 2, 3. Sam Lowes comes in 5th. Ike Licadora in 6th. Alex Lowe 7th. Miguel Oliveira 8th. Alberto Sura is 9th. And Daniel Petrucci rounds out the top 10. Over the line then again, we get Garrett Gerloff, Tao McKenzie, Andrea Locatelli, Tajika Nakashima got ahead of Ryan Vickers, who got the last point. Bahatitso Fagulu, Matteo Ratio and Remy Garner finishing last. A lap down on my timing monitor. There is Nicolai Bulega. He will have it through that top. Well, Simon Patterson just tweeted that Top Rank told me yesterday that Bulega was going to win alone by 3 to 5 seconds. Think you might know what he's talking about. He's done it. 4.776 seconds at the line. Nicolai Bulega absolutely dominates as Alberto Sura congratulates his colleague. What a race. That was a good one. That was a nice opening race of 2026. I hope you all agree on that front. We were worried that there was going to be a difference. Montella gets his first ever podium. So does Lorenzo Baldassarri. And the team get their first as well in the long wait. What a fantastic run. What a brilliant run. That's real racing coming through. Proper action. So, race 2 tomorrow and the Super Pole race first up. That's going to be quite exciting, isn't it? But Team Golvellen, so the Go 11 squad get their first podium. Let's go back over and join TNT.
All the way across Italy, all the way past Monaco, France, all the way down through Barcelona, Valencia to the bottom of Spain for pre-season testing in his van. And all of that hard work is paying off now. And I have to say as well, you know, when I was at that Portimao test, James, Montella and Baldassarri were two of the riders who stayed out and got the laps in despite the horrendous weather. And even though the weather was bad, they got the data, they got the laps in. And, well, it's really paid off here now, hasn't it, in Australia?
The more you put into life, Greg, the more you get out. And it's really nice to see the hard work paying off for you. And motorcycle racing, there's no better feeling, because when you're trying to achieve your life goals at over 200 miles an hour at Phillip Island, there is no better feeling. Yari Montella comes in. There's Marcus Barnabal there, the team manager, absolutely elated. And he's gone from Daniel Petrucci getting podiums for him now, from one Italian to another Italian, Yari Montella. Wonderful, wonderful scenes here at the opening round in Phillip Island.
Yeah, I have to say, it puts a bit of pressure on Alvaro Bautista, doesn't it, now, as he's just joined the team and his teammates grabbed his podium. There they all are, though. Marco Barnabo, Davide Barnabo there, young Davide in the middle of the picture. And here comes Lorenzo Baldassarri. Like Montella, a very, very emotional and always smiling Italian. And as James has already said, it's Italians 1, 2, 3 and 4. With that comes Bassani. He missed the podium by only 36 thousandths of a second. And well done, Tubi Motor. In fact, the top 7 locked out by Ducatis and the Tubi Motors. There's Bulega, 21st career victory. Bit of a collision there with the camera. but he equals the Roman Emperor, another Italian, Max Biaggi, two-time world champion in World Superbikes. 21st career win, up to equal 15th now in the all-time list.
Nice scenes as they all celebrate together. A long, long winter, a lot of work put in, and to see all that work paid off in the very first race, to know that you are fast enough, to know that you're going to be competitive, to know that you're on a good bike and in a good team, it means so, so much, especially for people like Lorenzo Baldassari. I can't imagine him getting that ride for free, shall we say, so he might have had to put some money in to get that. And to get on the podium and get the possible sponsorship that you can get from a ride like that, to get it all paid for at least, means so, so much for these young riders.
There's Yari Montella. Yes! Double here in Supersport with 2 wins a couple of years ago. Psychologically as well, James, can I suggest this is maybe even more important than the World Championship points? Of course, they've got the trophies, they've got 2nd and 3rd in the race, and therefore 2nd and 3rd in the championship at the moment. But what a way to start. Going into tomorrow morning, you'll get to the track, do the warm-up. The confidence levels now must be through the roof for those guys.
The worst thing is, as a professional sportsman in any sport, is the unknown. So you have a 5-month off in the winter time, and you're doing the training and the exercise and the gym work and the train on supermotos, whatever you do through the winter. But when you line up on the grid for the very first race in the championship, especially here at Phillip Island, you just do not know where you are going to end up at the checkered flag. Especially when you have not done full race distance on Pirellis for so many years. I can't stress to you how difficult it is. And I must compliment Pirelli for bringing a tyre that was able to achieve that today, because that is not easy. It was a big risk for Pirelli to do that, but it's really made the racing much more of a spectacle for us. We don't like pit stops, do we? We love flag-to-flag racing.
Talking of tyres, it's going to be very interesting, of course, this season, because they'll not just be doing in-season testing on the Pirelli tyres, but also looking ahead with a series of planned Michelin tyre tests as we switch from Pirelli to Michelin. Of course, MotoGP is going the other way next year. And I know the Go 11 team and a few of the other Ducati teams, James, because the profile of the tyre is different, it's changing the ride height of the bike. And I certainly know the Go 11 team had their exhaust scraping along the ground when they tested the Michelin tyres for the first time at the end of last season. But Baldassari is back in World Superbikes, 29 years old, with Go 11, first ever podium. Well done to Dennis Sacchetti and to the whole team.
Lorenzo, what an absolutely astonishing return to World Superbike. Could you have imagined being on the podium in your first race back?
Yeah, fantastic. I couldn't imagine since I started here for the test, but surprised to be 3rd on the test, but the race weekend is another story. So sincerely, from this morning, I couldn't expect to finish on the podium. I was happy for the top 5, but arrive this podium again and was missing it.
Fantastic job, well done.
He's had some very difficult times, hasn't he, over the last few years. As I said during the race, he won 3 of the first Moto2 World Championship races in 2019 to lead the series. He's been in World Superbikes before, didn't quite work out. Had a good stint, didn't he, in Supersport? He's been away from Superbikes for the last 2 seasons. And some of these moves that we were seeing, James, from those Italian riders, Balda, Bassani and Surra at turn 1. I mean, heart in the mouth stuff down there.
Well, it always is. When you throw in a motorcycle, a 168-kilogram motorcycle, into a 170-mile-an-hour first corner here in Australia, you've got to get it right. And if you don't, it can definitely disturb you as you're tipping in if someone's just challenging it on the way into turn 1. But also Ducati as well, you know, a brand new motorcycle, let's not forget, and it's just locked out the podium in 1st, 2nd and 3rd place. But the second person to come to the camera for his interview is Yari Montella. Let's not forget, he finished 18th in the World Superbike Championship last year. So whatever he's done through the wintertime, it's definitely worked for the young Italian.
Jari, the love affair with Phillip Island continues. You got your first win in Supersport back here nearly 4 years ago. You get your first podium with World Superbike here today. An amazing job.
Well, it's not a win like in Supersport, but I feel like a win. Because after last year, after a difficult end of the year, I work hard this winter. We will be there in a circuit that I like it a lot. So it's you know, something more that I need to. I like to push here. But yeah, I'm so happy, so proud about of my team, of the work that we done this winter, this week, on Monday and Tuesday. We worked so hard for arrive here. I'm so proud of them. So we'll see. I enjoyed today, and now focus on tomorrow.
Fantastic job, well done.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye indeed. We'll see you tomorrow, though. Some interesting stats here, James. It's the first time we've had new riders on the podium since 2024. Nico Spinelli, another Italian, with that win at Assen. That was his first podium and first win. No one was on the podium for the first time last year, so now we've had two for the price of one with Montella and Baldassarri. Jari Montella here, he crashed in the season 15 times last season. That was as many as anyone. He and Van der Mark had 15. How do you think he's had to change the chip and dial out that? Because people kept saying, Jari, you're crashing too much. I mean, it's easy for me to say that, but how do you actually stop that happening?
Well, it's easier to prevent a fast rider from crashing, but it's not easy to get a crasher to go faster. So obviously, going this way has been possible in the first race of World Superbikes, and hopefully it can carry on. Not just in Phillip Island, though. It needs to carry on in European races. But here he is, unbeatable Bulega at Phillip Island. Fourth race on the bounce. Fourth win for the Italian. Brilliant start for Nicolo.
Nicolo, after turn one, there was basically no question about it. A dominant win once again at Phillip Island. Talk us through that race.
Yeah, I really enjoy riding here in Phillip Island. My bike was incredible, and yeah, it's nice to win the first race of the season, and let's continue like this.
Great job, well done.
Thank you.
Well, James,
he
gets to the point. I like that, though. Now, here's his start. He made a terrible start earlier at the end of Superpole with the practice starts. As we look at some highlights of Bulega's race, we look back. There's Montella, number 5, Alex Lowe's 22, Sam Lowe's on the other side. Clear start for Bulega, and that was the last they saw of him, wasn't it?
Well, we expected it, because this man around this track, on this bike as well, the brand new Ducati, like we're saying, has come out of the blocks so strong. Nicolo Bulega absolutely loves it. This is the final corner across the start and finish line. You can see Serafino Foti and Daniela there, the field racing boss, are absolutely elated with that, and it is 25 points, maximum points here in the opening race. How important is that to be the campaign that he's wanting to be, not just run up for the last 2 years, but finally be a champion? Great start for him.
Bulega, of the top 5 on the grid, went with the 22 tyre. The other 4 went with the development version of that medium. But to be honest, James, I think, you know, that didn't win the race for him, did it? It's the pace he's had all weekend long. It's what you've been telling me off air, the way you can line up the corners. I mean, what is he doing? You're the rider, I'm not. What is he doing to make such a difference?
Is what I can see, which protects the tyre. He's got great entry and great precision on his entry, and he hits these fast apexes in the middle of the corner so well that when he hits the throttle, he's a little bit tighter on the exit, so he's able to pick the bike up a little bit earlier and quicker than anybody, which you get it on the fat part of the tyre, so you can open the throttle much more aggressively to use the horsepower of the Ducati between turn 1 and turn 2, between turn 2 and then stoners. Every time I see Nicolo Bulega, he's always a little bit tighter on the exits of these fast corners. And around here in Phillip Island, if you can do that, if you can get the bike stepped up, get the throttle opened as quickly and to full throttle as quickly as you can score some massive time around this particular circuit, and also, at the same time, protect the tyre like he's doing.
Podium coming up. We will be on air on Sunday morning live on TNT Sports and Discovery Plus at 1:45 a.m. for the Tissot Super Bowl race. So 1:45 in the morning on Sunday. And don't forget, later on today, all of the action from the Olympics, not least Zoe Atkin in the women's freestyle skiing final, and of course Team GB up against Canada. Will it be gold or will it be silver? Will it be Team GB and the male team's first gold in the curling since 1924? But back here at Phillip Island, Lorenzo Baldassarri's first podium for the Go 11 Ducati team. Jari Montella's first podium for the Barney Spark Ducati team. Certainly not the first podium, though, for the man on the top of it. Nicolo Bulega, his 57th podium, his 21st victory. This is the first time in 13 years that we don't have a #1 plate in World Superbikes. That was 2013, when Max Biaggi had retired. We might not have a #1 plate next year either, because if Nicolo Bulega wins this title and goes off to MotoGP, James, there's a very high chance we won't see #1 next year. Of course, only the world champion has the privilege, if they want to, of running #1. Great job, Baldassarri. And there's every chance he could have another podium or even 2 more tomorrow.
Absolutely could. You're talking about 1924 there as a date for the Olympic gold, but also 1926 was the first year of the Ducati manufacture. It's their 100-year anniversary. The very first Ducati name was Ciucolo, you know. That was the first ever Ducati name, and it means puppy in English. So the puppy is certainly grown into the aggressive dog, hasn't it, over the years? And in the anniversary of the centennial anniversary, Serafino Foti there applauds. But what an amazing job Ducati is doing, not only here but in MotoGP and everywhere around the world. It's an incredible machine, isn't it?
Yes, and that centenary is why they're running this modified livery, isn't it, with the slightly darker shaded red and the white stripes. And if anyone can get to World Ducati Week, by the way, at Misano in the summer, that's going to be massive. The whole of that Rimini area will be shut down, won't it, this year, with that 100-year anniversary. But yeah,
and a few new models to look forward to, I believe, as well. Keep an eye out for those.
That's the last thing everyone else needs, isn't it?
No, not necessarily the model for superbikes, but some real special ones for the road.
Well, I'm sure the Ducatisti back at Borgo Panigale in Bologna will love this. The Italian national anthem for Nicolo Bulega and Ducati.
It's champagne time here in Australia. The celebrations can begin. A very good day's work. It's Nicolo Bulega who wins the season opener for World Superbikes. We'll be back tomorrow when we will have all the action from the warm-up, the Super Pot race, and race 2. Join us then here on JB Motorsports. In the meantime, thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.